My name is Delanier Shook, and I am the information collector. This is the second special report of Season 2. This week, I would like to explain why the Biden administration may have to take a hard line on Iran. This is important because everyone is very excited right now. Supporters of President Trump are excited because he won't be president anymore. Supporters of Joe Biden are excited because he will be. But the truth is far from expectations. The 20th century was very cruel to Democratic presidents. Woodrow Wilson entered office promising to keep us out of the European War, which we all know as World War I. Franklin Roosevelt, efforts to revive the economy from the Great Depression were interrupted by Pearl Harbor. And perhaps saddest of all, Lyndon Johnson's Great Society was interrupted by the Vietnam War. The reality of this is evident to no one any more than Joe Biden. Barack Obama entered the White House pledging to end American involvement in wars. Yet, within a month of the election, December 3rd, 2008, the New York Times article read, "Campaign promises on ending the war in Iraq now muted by reality." In 2015, NPR's Greg Meyer wrote, "President Obama entered the White House with a pledge to bring home U.S. troops from two major wars. Now it looks almost certain he will leave office with U.S. forces engaged in three ongoing conflicts: Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan." Now, Joe Biden has to have a good economic showing because Donald Trump did. That's important because he can get that from the COVID restrictions being lifted in states like California and New York as the vaccine kicks in. But even now, we already see resistance to his agenda by members of Congress. Already, NPR is reporting that some red state senators are refusing to support $2,000 stimulus checks. And the 2022 election will be on Joe Biden's mind constantly. See, he can't lose one house of Congress, and he definitely can't lose two. The impeachment genie is out of the bottle, as Speaker Pelosi warned the more radical members of their side. Now, Iran comes into this because the one thing Joe Biden can give the radical members of his party is regulations on fracking. Fracking is a major economic boost. But with the rebounding economy coming out of the COVID pandemic, he can put regulations on fracking. However, we've got to get oil from somewhere, and that's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a major rival with Iran. And there are other issues with Iran. Joe Biden has spoken of limiting Saudi Arabia's ability to fight the war in Yemen. But if he has to cooperate more with Saudi Arabia to keep the flow of oil open, those plans will very likely be modified. So, what Joe Biden wants to do, like most presidents, will not be what he ultimately gets done. We all need to pray for the incoming president. If you support him, you need to pray for him. If you don't support him, you need to pray even more. So let's all pause for just a moment to pray for the incoming administration. My name is D. Lanier Shook, and this has been the second special report of Season 2. And I hope it has a calming effect. God willing, next week I will come to you with another special report.